Hey everyone, on October 7th, 2009, Nick Denton, the founder and editor of Gawker, wrote a letter to his staff that, in one fell swoop, encapsulates the difference between vlogs, blogs, social media, and mainstream media or traditional media, and also explains why traditional media is dying, why many organizations are going out of the business. The email that I'm referring to was posted at theowl.com, and it was posted in a way to be critical of the Gawker strategy. Now, I know you're saying, wait a minute, Nick Denton was sued for $140 million. He's a bad example. Well, no. I'm separating the Hulk Hogan issue. To me, is completely different from the standard approach that bloggers and vloggers use in reporting what happens. That is, to report it as it happens and then adjust it along as we go. That the Boston bombing situation, the Boston Marathon bomber chase online, is a perfect example. An online friend, Pete Bray in Oregon, and thousands of others were up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning looking at sites, tracking down leads, listening to scanners, trying to find out what was happening with the Boston Marathon bombers as police were chasing them around Boston. That resulted in content that was regularly updated. And you got a blog post that was updated, and then another blog post came right behind it to correct what the other one had or to update what the other one had. Same for video blogs and tweets and everything else. And it was one big glorious gathering of content that formed the timeline of evolution of a news story in the 21st century. It was excellent. Loved it. Now, this person who wrote this Chor Sicha, interesting name, said, today, wrote this on October 15th, 2009. Today is that awesome panel at this magazine media thingy at which all pals Dick Denton and Simon D'Amico will tell you what to do with your magazine. It is a great time to do this for two reasons, one of which is that overnight, Gawker just digested and extruded Twitter in some weird hashtaggery way. And also, this Gawker memo from the other day, subject line, we're not running a newspaper. Forwarded message from Nick Denton, date, Wednesday, October 7th, 2009. Subject, we're not running a newspaper. A few cases recently where we thought way too much before publishing. Even we had exclusive information or even documentary evidence. There's always a good argument for waiting. This is Nick writing. Let's check to see whether the associated claim is true. Oh, the source might, or the source might be exposed. We should publish anyway. Make clear what we know to be true and what remains up in the air. Or even just publish a headline or a quick link and fill the story in later. We can always update. We can always write a second post when we've established more of the facts. We've brought in some of the better traditions of newspapers. We're breaking more stories than ever. That's awesome. But there's no way we're going to slow our publishing schedule to that of a ponderous newspaper style organization where everything has to go through layers of edit and approval and checking and legal. If we did that, we'd be neither as authoritative as a newspaper nor as nimble as the smaller blogs that do indeed publish something as soon as they get something. At some media organizations, you might get wrapped for running a premature story. At Gawker Media, you'll lose way more points for being scooped on by a story on a story you had in your hands. Nick, I completely agree. I completely 1000% agree. And if you think about this from a perspective of speed, It is basically the velocity of it speaks to the increased velocity of information. This is this email, this letter, this note, this message is an expression of a philosophy that has caused a dramatic increase in the flow of information. It's here. And I happen to agree with it 1,000%. Nick is right on here.